Hello, and welcome to Voices in Education. I am your host, Natasha Lee. Hello, and welcome to another live. Welcome to our review or updates of the matches, the Dacosta Cup semi-final matches between Glenmuir High and Dinthill Technical and Clarendon College and Garvey Maceo. Right now, I can tell you it is 0-0 for both games. So we're in the first half for both games and it is still 0-0. Would love to hear from you. And so I'm going to be joined by Ruren shortly, and Ruren is going to provide us with updates and as well would love to hear from you. So again, it is 0-0 for both games right now, and we're heading close to the end of the first half, perhaps about 10 or so minutes remaining, and of course with added time. And so again, would love to hear from you. Let us know, which school you are representing, or supporting. Comment in the chat. Remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. The big question is, will it be an all Clarendon final, right? Or will Dinthill Tech upset, the party? Will they spoil the party? And so will it be an all Clarendon final? It's possible. It is possible, right? So as you can see, Glenmuir High is playing against Dinthill, but Clarendon College is playing against Garvey Maceo, two Clarendon schools. So we're sure, about 50% sure, that one of the finalists will be a Clarendon-based school, right? And so that is looking very good for the parish of Clarendon. We have 3 schools from Clarendon here at the semi-final. And the big question is, will it be, an all Clarendon final? Will Dinthill upset or spoil this party? And again, based on updates, it is 0-0 for both games. So the match with Clarendon College and Garvey Maceo is being played at Glenmuir High School there in Maypen, while Glenmuir and Dinthill, they're playing at Manchester High. That is my update, but I await Rurian to join us to share further with us in the context of, what is happening. And for sure, we would love to hear from you. So Rurian, if you're here and ready, let me know. And we'll give you the opportunity to call in and share as well. So we're here to share with you, updates. And so we know for a fact that as it relates to the Manning Cup, Mona and Idel, they will be playing for that. And so we're here to really find out, what will happen come December 9th as it relates to the final for the Dacosta Cup. So again, welcome if you're just tuning in. Welcome to the Voices in Education. This is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We understand that we share different perspectives or views, and that is totally okay. But we share in a respectful way to ensure that everyone feels welcome, where everyone feels valued. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. All right. So again, we're just waiting for Ruren to join us, right? But as I can tell you, based on updates, it is 0-0 between Garvey and Clarendon College. So CC and the Cubans, and Colorado, Glenmuir, and Dinthill 0-0. So as soon as we get further updates, we'll definitely share with you. Let us know who you're supporting in the live chat. So I know that we're getting very close to the end of the first half here for both games. And so again, I am just awaiting Ruren to join us to share more as it relates to what is happening in the game. So would love to hear from you too. And let us know in the chat, who are you supporting? Are you team Colorado, Glenmuir, Colorado, Dinthill? Are you True Blue, CC? Or are you a Cuban? So let us know in the chat, of course. I won't say, but for those who know, absolutely the team, my team here, and I am happy that one of my teams is here, and for sure, really happy for that. But I'm very close to Cubans. I have some Cuban friends and I have some CC friends. So, you know how it goes. So, and we're all good here. So, Carlos, if you're here, welcome. Kayla or Kalos, if you're both here, welcome, welcome, and just let me know. So this is exciting though, very exciting to see 4 teams here. And Dinthill has done very well to be here, so credits to Dinthill as well. But what I am looking at is Clarendon's dominance here in the Dacosta Cup as a parish, and I feel that that's a very good look. Last year, it was Clarendon College and Central High School at the final, and all Clarendon final. And I believe perhaps we might see this again. And, we have 3 Clarendon schools there. We know that one will be in the final for sure. And who's next? Would Glenmuir be there with Clarendon College or Garvey Maceo, the Cubans? Or will Dinthill upset the party, guys? Let me know in the chat, all right? So again, I'm just
Hello, Natasha.
Wonderful. Hello, Ryan. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good too. So I know lots of us were here and just waiting to get some further updates as to what is happening in the game. So I know you're tuned to Clarendon College and Garvey Maceo right now. could you just let us know what is happening there? And for sure, as soon as we
So,
get further updates from Glenmuir Dinthill, we'll share as well with you. So over to you, Rurian.
okay, so hello everyone. We're into added on time now, so that's what we're in. So they're playing 6 minutes of extra time in the first half. We're in the 48th minute, and that's what we have. The score is Clarendon 0 and Garvey Maceo 0. So the first half we haven't had any goals yet, and the guys are out there giving their all. A lot of supporters are there supporting on their team, and it's a good spectacle that we have going on here.
For sure. Michael Slowly, welcome, welcome. Carlton Lovelace, blessings to you too. And Michael Slowly is here saying CC, so True Blue. So CC going through. So I don't know if you all say one college, but we as I was saying, CC has had a very good run in this competition, Rory, and they were there last year. Do you expect that they're going to be there this year?
Yes, I think CC has had an awesome 2 years, a matter of fact, because they did really well last year, taking home the title, and I think they're favorites to defend their title. But yes, sometimes it's in cases like these, teams like Garvey Maceo, needs to put in a good performance and see if they could, upset the team that everyone, or most people will be looking forward to take home the title. So it's a good start, I would say, for Garvey Maceo in the first half, being able to keep the score sheet clean.
Yeah,
And
that's good for sure.
yeah, we just want, to see how this one will pan out as the legs get a bit more tired as the game goes on.
Yeah, for sure. I really like that you brought that up because we know the caliber team, Clarendon College is, and for us to be seen like a nil all, Garvey definitely has a good coach, CC has a very good coach. So, but we have seen like Garvey in some ways, I guess, up and down, and CC has had a very good run. So in that context, that's good on both sides where, CC, but one would expect at this time that CC would have perhaps, gone out already in terms of scoring at least a goal. And, we'll perhaps see if it's a strategy for them to, I guess, understand the team and their style of playing, and then we'll see how that picks up. So in terms of added time now, Rurian, how many minutes are remaining?
So we have about a minute of extra time left. I think we're having a penalty in the last minute of the
Wow.
added on
Wow.
time.
All right.
So
Just take
I
us through
think
that, Ruren.
so. I'll let you know exactly what is happening here. Lenny Hyde is really, really upset with what is happening here. But a good move by the number 7 player, and he was brought down in the box. Some good dribbling skills shown there, and it's the number 7 who is going to step up. The captain apparently too, who's going to step up and take the penalty. So we'll see what happens here. So the dying moments of the first half. This will be the last play of the first half. Let's see if Clarendon will be able to get one up on the Garvey Maceo team. So number 7 steps up. Um, and places it into the far corner to the left of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper stood still. He was wrong footed. He didn't pick where he was going with this one, but that's the case for, penalty kicks. It's hard on the goalkeeper. And I tell you that Clarendon has just nudged themselves ahead on the hinge of halftime. There was lots of movement from both the goalkeeper and the kicker, but the goalkeeper did not guess the right side any at all. Perfectly taken free penalty here, and Clarendon is leading this one goal to nil. So this Michael Douglas, I think his name is, that has scored the penalty. sorry, Malachi Douglas have scored the goal in the dying moments of the first half, and it's a 1-0 lead to the CC team.
Yes, Ruren. So, I mean, that came very, I guess at the very last of the game. But you were mentioning something about Coach Hyde, and could you just give us an understanding of what was happening? I
He was
wasn't
just,
too clear.
yeah, he was just a little bit, annoyed with what was happening there at the last part there. Coaches are always animated, so it was just a bit of animation from him, and so I guess that's what I was really seeing there.
Okay, okay, awesome. So if you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. So right now is CC leading Garvey 1-0. And that's pretty much right at the end of the first half. So welcome, welcome if you're just tuning in. And I am just trying to get some updates for the Glenmuir Dinthill game. The last update was, nil all. So just to get some further updates there. So I'll get that and share with you in just a bit. All right. So Malachi Douglas scored that penalty for Clarendon College there, the number 7. And it is still nil all at halftime between Glenmuir and Dinthill. So we're yet to see a goal in that one. But right now, Color Blue is leading Garvey Maceo 1-0. And so welcome, welcome, guys. Please remember to hit the like button. Just support us. We're doing our best to ensure that you are up to date as it relates to what is happening in both matches, right? Let us know who you want to see in the final. Do you want to see a Glenmuir CC, a Glenmuir Garvey, or do you want to see a Dinthill CC or a Dinthill Garvey? Let us know in the chat. Will it be an all Clarendon final, or will Dinthill upset the party? Let us know as well. What do you believe will happen? And I'm telling you guys, this is a good look for the parish of Clarendon. 3 out of the 4, teams here are from Clarendon. That is really good considering what had happened. Last year we saw Clarendon College and of course One Central right there in the final. So I am now wondering, will we see that again? So right now, I'm just going to go back to Ruren for Ruren to just give us a little bit before I open the line so that you can call in and share if you'd like. So please remember to hit the like button and the subscription button as well. All right, so welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome to live updates and of course interactive, interactive program where you get the opportunity to call in and share. So again, in terms of score, it is CC1, Garvey nil, and Glenmuir and Dinthill, they're still nil all, right, at halftime. All right, so Rurian, do you have anything else to share before we go to the lines? The phone line.
Well, you're not much to share, but the goal was orchestrated by Malachi Douglas. He has excellent ball handling skills, and he dribbled and pulled the players to him, and they didn't want him to go through on goal easily. They took him down in the box, and the rest is history. He has been doing really well throughout the entire competition, and he has earned his side a lead in this one. So really, really, really good playing, and it's really hard for the CC. For the not the CC but the Garvey Maceo team to have conceded goals so late, that goes so late in overtime. But they have 45 minutes to redeem themselves, and we look forward to this second half.
For sure, Ruren. Thank you so much. So let me just switch screen here so you can see you can now see the WhatsApp number that is on screen. If you'd like to call in and share, you can definitely call in and share. All right. So would love to hear from you. We have perhaps, can take a few short calls so that, we can still provide you with updates as soon as, the second half is on its way for both matches, for both games. And so again, welcome, welcome, Colin, thanks for sharing there. And well, Amelia, welcome. Larry, welcome. So if I haven't, called your name, I'm doing that right now. So welcome, welcome to Voices in Education. Let's hit the like button and the subscription button. And as you should be seeing on screen right now, the WhatsApp number is on your screen. If you'd like to call in, you have that opportunity to call in and share. Just please ensure that when you're calling in, your YouTube feed is off, or you mute it, or you turn it all the way down so that we do not get that feed here. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to see, apart from persons, saying that, they're, I guess, one person representing CC. How about Glenmuir? Do we have any color red supporters here? How about Dinthill? One Tech, perhaps? Do we have any supporters here? CC, more CC supporters. And how about Cubans? Garvey, do we have any supporters here? All right, so I'm just refreshing my chat here. So welcome, welcome. And guys, let us talk and share. It's voices, not just my voice. Would love to hear your voice. Even if you just want to call and say, hello, I like what you're doing, or I like the program, I like the space, or, if you just want to say hi, it's totally okay. So, and DJ Ites, welcome, welcome. And for DJ, it is CC. So lots of persons here supporting CC. And again, CC is, as you will see there in the chat as well, is leading Garvey 1-0 by virtue of Malachi Douglas. Believe he wears number 7. So just to let you know, that's what's happening right now in this context. And we would love to hear from you. All right, we would love to hear from you. So don't be afraid to call in and share. Ruren, do you have anything else you'd like to share with us at this point?
No, just would just like to encourage the listeners, viewers to represent your team. They have done well to get to the semi-final level of this competition. So just rep for your team in the chat, or give us a call and share your views. Share what do you think the final scoreline will be. Share who you think will win this one, and just give us your predictions for the finals. Which two teams you think is going to be in the finals? Will it be Dinthill and one of the Clarendon teams, or will it be another Clarendon derby in the final? Just let us know what you're thinking right now. We still have a few minutes, so we're waiting on you to just share those information with us.
Wonderful. On that note, Ruren, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who would you like to see in the final?
Well, with my association with Clarendon, I would want a Clarendon derby. So I'm saying Glenmuir CC.
Okay. 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 And that's what I'm saying too. Glenmuir CC. But trust me, Cubans, don't have me up for this, And I know Mr. Gordon, Meron Gordon, Garvey as a very good coach. I can tell you. He's also perhaps one of the assistant, not perhaps, he's also assistant coach to the Reggae Boys as well. And so I know that, it's going to be, in terms of technical. And I feel in terms of these two matches, what it will all come down to at some point is what I often refer to Rurian as intelligent football. I feel like, unless, you have players who are absolutely skilled and gifted, not saying that that is not the case, but perhaps, teams will vary in terms of that. But I feel that it's going to come down to, in some intelligent football in terms of, how you approach a play or you approach the ball in terms of how you decide to take say a free kick or a penalty. A lot of that, it will come down to that. For me, I am just assuming that in this context. So I feel that we're going to see more than just the physical play, but also some intelligent, football in terms of, as you will call them, Ruren, those set plays and how they are orchestrated in that regard. Welcome, Najib Campbell. Welcome, and Dinthill. So we have Dinthill supporter here. Welcome, welcome, guys. We can do better with the likes. Jermaine page. Welcome, welcome. Jermaine, who are you supporting? Dinthill? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So guys, as you can see, the WhatsApp number is on screen. We can take perhaps, one or two calls now, given the time that is going in this half. If you'd like to share, you can call and share. And you can continue to share in the chat as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And Kiwi, I believe Kiwi is here. Welcome, Kiwi, if you're in the chat, and good to hear from you too. So right now, as things have gone in the first, half, it is Glenmuir 0, Dinthill 0, but Clarendon College leads Garvey Maceo 1-0. I'm seeing King Gamari, 1 Glenmuir, Colored, and it's Colored. So perhaps we're going to see Colored there with CC or Garvey, or will Dinthill spoil the party? But for sure, one thing that we can say here is that Clarendon as a parish is doing absolutely well in the context of Dacosta Cup, because last year, it was an all Clarendon final, CC and Central I, and there's a high possibility that we might see a repeat of an all Clarendon final here. We know for sure that at least one Clarendon team will be in the final. Kiwi, hi Kiwi, I see you there in the chat. Jeremy is saying CC, all right, so True Blue. All right, so, and Alicia Clark, if you're here, big up yourself, my CC bestie, that. Big up yourself. And what is this now? Dotties. So saying CC, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, guys. Hit the like button as you come and the subscription button as well. Just close the chat briefly and do that. We're just waiting for the second half to get on its way. And I'm sure Ruren is going to come in as soon as, in terms of updates to share with us as soon as the second half is on its way for both matches, both games. Amanda Livingston, welcome. Let's go Cubans. And of course, I have a lot of Cuban friends, Kayla, Carlos, where are you guys? Shanae, lots of Cubans. Claudius, welcome. And Claudius is saying it's going to be an all Clarendon party. Up in the party. All right, it's going to be an all Clarendon party. But Claudius, do you believe that Dinthill is going to upset that party though? Do you believe that Dinthill is going to upset that party? We want the Clarendon party, I'm just trying to think of a party song, Rurian. I don't know if you can help me out. Not coming to mind right now, but just that would be lovely. I am a Clarendon girl, and to be fair here, Colored is my side, so I'm just going to let that be known. But I love CC. I love Garvey. I'm a Clarendon girl, country girl, and I'm a Colored girl, Colored. But I'm also a centralized school supporter as well. So when it comes to Clarendon, those are the two schools that I'm going to go out and support. But I love CC. Lots of, friends from CC or, associates, and of course, Garvey. And so right now, If I see two Clarendon schools in the final, I am good. I am good. But really, I'm a colored girl. Colored girl? Yeah. Glenmuir girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And remember to hit the like button if this is your first time here. Please hit the like button. Please also hit that subscription button and let us continue to grow together. Ruren, I'm just checking in with you. Can you let me know how things are going there? If you're able to. So guys, since we're not getting any calls, I'm just going to go through for a little short break. I'm just going to get some water. So we'll be right back and we'll be here to share once the second half begins. So please stay tuned. And this is an opportunity for you to share as well. All right, please stay tuned. All right, I am back and welcome if you're just tuning in. I'll be the one to share with you some updates until Ren is able to connect with us. So I'm just trying to get that up and going for you. So please stay tuned. We're still here. The second half has started for sure, and we'll be sharing with you soon as it relates to the updates. So no more updates in the context of goals scored yet. So again, it's 0-0 between Glenmuir and Dinthill, and Clarendon College leading Garvey 1-0 based on our last update. So please stay tuned. All right, so connected to updates right now, and we're about 53 minutes in the second half there between Clarendon College and Garvey Maceo, and it is still Clarendon College leading 1-0. All right, we see, both teams, they're out and playing. Garvey is pretty much here and, trying to do their best. So right now, CC is in possession of the ball, and we'll let you know how that turns out, if this will be converted into another goal. So just to let you know that Garvey Maceo, sorry, Clarendon College is leading Garvey Maceo 1-0 in that match there at Glenmuir High School. And Jordan, welcome. Perhaps you can check Sportsmax CVM there. And Ruth, I'm just trying to bring up that comment there. I believe Ruth is saying that she's let us see here, a Cuban supporter. So I'm just trying to get the chat back. Cuban supporter. Okay, your kids attend, Garvey. All right. So Ruth, welcome, 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 welcome. So again, so right now I'm just going to connect to see if there is any further updates in the game between Glenmuir and Dinthill. So I'll let you know what is happening there. So just to get an update for you as it relates to what is happening. No new updates yet in the context of Dinthill and Glenmuir. So right now there is a pause in the game based on our understanding. There's a pause in the game. We are also getting an update that the Garvey team is very upset at this point, not sure what is happening, but Meron Gordon does not seem to be so pleased with what is happening. And so we're getting that update as well. So we will, let you know what is happening as soon as we're able to, based on that context. All right. So welcome, welcome, guys. We can do better with the likes. All right, so let's hit the like button and the subscription button as well. All right, and let us continue to grow together. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Clarendon College 1, Garvey Maceo 0, Glenmuir 0, Dinthill 0. Will it be an all Clarendon final? Or will Dinthill upset the party? That's the big question here, but at least one team in the final will be from Clarendon, and will we see Glenmuir meeting that team there, or will it be Dinthill? Let me know, guys, who you're supporting in the chat. Would love to hear from you. So let's keep the chat going. You can close the chat and also hit that like button as well, and the subscription button. And of course, turn on your post notification, because we'll be here for the final as well. Manning and Dacosta Cup all being well. So Clarendon College is advancing, and we want to see, how that will go for them. And so will this be another goal for Clarendon College? They're there and in a very good position. Shot taken, and was an easy shot based on our understanding here, and that was saved by the keeper. Perhaps needed some more power on that one. And so, but we see CC is perhaps, pressing some more here at, Glenmuir High School. So we'll see how this goes for sure. All right. So CC there, just trying to get another goal and perhaps to take this one away from Garvey totally. So we're about, 57 minutes. Garvey is making a change here. All right. So the Cubans, they're making a change. And I believe Clarendon College is also making a change. All right, so yes, Clarendon College is making a change. So number 15, Tedane Williams is coming in, and I believe number 2 is out. All right, so both teams, they have made a change here, and I can see, or just based on updates, that, Garvey is, trying to get back in this one. And so will CC try to put this out of Garvey's reach? Shay, welcome. Shay saying One College. Los Blancos, bienvenido or bienvenida. Welcome, welcome. You can check Sports Max or CVM. You could check there for sure to see if you're able to access the game there. Welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, remember to hit that like button, guys. Even if you're just asking a question to go somewhere else, just give us a like and hit the subscription button as well. All right, so I'm just going to check in to find out if there is any further update as it relates to the Glenmuir Dinthill game. So please stay tuned as I try to get that information for you. Soon, Ruren will be here to give us further updates as well. So I am just trying to get to just connect to see what is happening with, Glenmuir and Dinthill. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So stay tuned, guys, for these updates, and hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. So it is still 0-0. It appears with Glenmuir and Dinthill. All right. Well, sorry. It is Glenmuir 1, Dinthill 0. So that's the latest update right now. Glenmuir 1, Dinthill 0. So Glenmuir Color Red has taken the lead in that game between Glenmuir High School and Dinthill Tech. So right now, as it stands, we're seeing a Glenmuir CC final. As it stands, Glenmuir leads 1-0. CC leads 1-0. So as it stands, Glenmuir leading 1-0 there, and CC leading 1-0 in their semi-final as well. So do I have any Glenmuir supporters in the chat here? How about some CC supporters? Dinthill? Cubans? Comment in the chat, guys. Comment in the chat and let us know. All right, so here again, Clarendon College leading 1-0, and Glenmuir is also leading 1-0. So welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome to this, live updates, and of course, call in. That will be done later on again if you'd like to call in and share. And we can see that CC, based on updates, CC, they're pressing to get another goal. Of course, CC would want to put this outside of Garvey's reach in this one. But Garvey right now, I'm hearing that Garvey is trying to advance, and that was broken up by Clarendon College. So we'll await further updates on that. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, it's, Clarendon College 1 leading in that one, and Glenmuir, based on our updates, leading as well. Dinthill 1-0. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. We're just here trying to ensure that you are in the know. So welcome, welcome. We can still do better with the likes and of course the subscription. So hit that subscription button as well. All right, as soon as I get the name of the player from that Glenmuir team who scored that goal, I'll definitely let you know. Right now, in the context of CC and Garvey, we're hearing that there's a pause in the game. I believe the number 17 player from CC seemed to be somewhat hurt there. And so that's what I'm getting. That's the report I'm getting right now. So there's a pause there and perhaps a time for, players to get refreshed as well. So as soon as that game is back on, I'll definitely let you know. So just to let you know that there's also a change based on what we're hearing too, that Clarendon College is making another change. So I guess, yes, the number 17 is coming out and number 11 is going on, I guess, to replace that player who was hurt. All right. So I guess the game will be on very soon. All right. So we're also being updated that the game has started. All right. So they're back into play. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick check with Glenmuir and to see what is going on there. So Glenmuir Dinthill, to see if there are any further updates coming from that game. So bear with us, guys. We're navigating different contexts here, and we're so happy to share with you to let you know, what is happening. All right, so based on updates here, it looks like, well, we're getting some mixed results. We're getting that it perhaps 0-0 between Glenmuir and Dinthill still. So we're going to wait for some official confirmation. So as soon as Ruren is able to join us again, we'll try to figure what is happening there. So we'll await that. All right. So don't get too excited yet, but for sure, Clarendon College is 1-0. But I am almost certain it's, Glenmuir 1, but let us just await, some official confirmation here. All right, so to see, just to get an understanding of what is going on there. All right, so welcome, welcome. And Tishan is saying Glenmuir is leading. That's my understanding too, in the context of leading, 1-0. All right, so welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome to you, Tishan. Please remember to hit the like button. hit the subscription button, and let us continue to grow together. So just stay tuned, guys. I believe we'll be hearing from Rurian very soon.
Hello, guys. We're back. We're in the 68th minute of this contest. It's still Clarendon leading 1-0, courtesy of a goal by Malachi. You know, so he scored the number 7. He scored in added on time in the first half, and that's where we're at still. So the tempo is starting to pick up in this one right now as 7 he scored in added on time in the first half. So we're in the 70th minute, and it's the Clarendon College team with the ball, making some good passes here, building their attack going down the left hand side. It's with the number 10, who hits a shot from way out, but well saved by the goalkeeper of the Garvey Maceo team. 20 minutes or so left in this one. Clarendon is leading 1-0. Garvey Maceo with the ball, building from the back, trying to put together some passes here to get back into this contest. Ball booted right upfield, and they give the ball away to the CC team, who comes back with that one. So CC with the ball in the middle of the park, making some good passes here. And the ball goes out for a goal kick for Garvey Maceo. So let's see what they'll do with this one. They were going to build coming from the back. So there's going to be a few changes for the Garvey Maceo team. It's the number 8, the number 19 that's coming on. And I'm hoping that, the players that are coming in will inject a little bit more life into this game. So it is still 1-0 to Clarendon College, and they're on the attack once more, going down the left-hand side, and well tackled up there by Garvey Maceo. Garvey Maceo having the ball in the middle of the park, winning a free kick. Ball booted upfield by the Garvey Maceo team. Ball goes into touch for a goal kick for the Clarendon College team. So if you're just joining us, the score is 1-0 to Clarendon College. In the 74th minute, a goal scored late into the first half, actually in the 7th minute of stoppage time. So really late, but Clarendon College is holding on to their 1-0 lead. Here comes Garvey Maceo with the ball, trying to put a few passes together, losing out to Clarendon College, who is trying to build this one from deep into their own half. Building this one from way around the back here. It's the central defender who passes it forward to Malachi Douglas, who passes it back, and here comes CC going down the left hand side again with an attack, real tackled up there by the Garvey Maceo team, and they come back launching an attack on the right hand side. And a strong tackle made on the edge of the penalty box, and it's a penalty that is called by the referee for Garvey Maceo. So Garvey Maceo has a chance to get back on level term in the 76th minute. The player was brought down. Don't think that tackle was so necessary, as he was a good distance away from the goal, not directly in front of the goal. But the number 11 player was taken down by the number 11 player right on the edge of the box. And it's going to be a penalty for the Garvey Maceo team. So a great opportunity for them to get back on level terms here. And the referee is giving instructions to the goalkeeper as it relates to, staying on the line as it relates to the penalty kick. So it's the number 10 from Garvey Maceo that steps up to take this one. And this is a critical moment in this game right here. And this is a great opportunity for Garvey Maceo. Let's see what they will do with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps back. And this looks like it's going to be a left-footed kick. Approach is slow and perfectly taken. Free penalty. He went to the right of the goalkeeper, finding that back corner on the right side. The goalkeeper was sent the wrong way, stood no chance, and we are back to on level terms here with Garvey Maceo. Garvey Maceo School equalizing from the penalty spot. So we're back on level terms here in this one. It's Garvey Maceo equalizing in the 76th minute. And this game is all even Stevens again. I'm wondering if we're going to go into penalties with this one, but here comes CC on the attack once more. Well cleared out by the Garvey Maceo team, and it's all to play for in this match. It's a do or die match for both teams. So, you win, you go on, you lose, and that's your end of your campaign for this year. Ball booted into the box and easily handled by the goalkeeper of the Garvey Maceo team, who boots this one upfield. And you can see the tempo for this game starting to increase right now as we have about 22 minutes left in of regular time left in this one. And if we don't get any other goals, I think we're going to go straight into those dreaded penalties. So this is on a knife's edge right now, and let's see which team will keep their composure until and get over the line in this one. But good opportunity that was created by the Garvey Maceo team and well converted. So let's see how this one will pan out. So the goal scorer is Cleo Clark, and he scored that one for the Garvey Maceo team, who gives this one away. And here comes CC trying to build on this left hand side, broken up by the Garvey Maceo team. And the Garvey Maceo team seemed to be playing with a little bit more urgency than the brilliant tackle there by the CC defender. And I'm telling you, that was a good chance created, like good running into the box by the Garvey Maceo team, well cut out by the defender there. That could be problematic for them. It was Cleo Clark again, but brilliant defending that could have gotten Garvey Maceo the lead in this one. But good defending has kept this one going at 1-1. So here comes the corner, comes in, and the CC team struggles, but they get it cleared outside of the box. It's still with Garvey Maceo, who's trying to get back in. A cross comes in, cut out by the defenders, and breaking into the box is the Garvey Maceo player, but didn't keep his composure. And from about 9 yards out, the number 16 player scooped that one over the top of the goal. And we're having a little bit of words here being exchanged between the players. The referee's right there to keep things calm. And we are hoping that the tempers will go down. This is a high energy game right here because semifinals are really competitive games, and everyone wants to lift this trophy here. So tempers are flaring a little bit. But as we continue on with this one, we're in the 82nd minute. It's going to be a corner kick for the Garvey Maceo team. The Garvey Maceo team playing in their customary yellow and the, or you could say gold, and the CC in their true blue. Ball comes to the front post and clear header, but he couldn't find the target. Brilliant delivery, not the best execution here. And this one goes out for a goal kick. But Garvey Maceo is keeping, the Clarendon College team in check, creating few chances here. And the last few minutes of this one is proving to be, really interesting. Right here, we have about 8 minutes of regular time to play in this one, and we're seeing some good football coming through from the Garvey Maceo team in the last, let's say, 5 to 7 minutes. There's going to be a yellow card here issued out to the number 5. Yellow card for number 5 of the Garvey Maceo team. As I said earlier, there are some tempers being, flaring here, and that's what we want here. So not what we want to see on the soccer field at all. But the referee is in charge and he's dealing with the matter. So it is Christopher Hull who gets that yellow card in the about the 82nd minute there. So we're still 1-1 with this one. Malachi Douglas opening the goal scoring in the first half, late in the first half, and it was cancelled out a moments ago by Cleo Clark. So we're 1-1 with this contest. We're in the 84th minute as Garvey Maceo is trying to build going forward, broken up by the CC team, and they continue to go forward with this one. So just some updates. So yeah, both players who were in that fracas, they're just now they got yellow cards. So it's Hull of CC and Robinson of Garvey Maceo. Both players getting yellow cards right now. The confirmation just coming through. But it is CC who has the ball just over in the Garvey Maceo half and trying to build an attack, broken up by the Garvey Maceo team, and they lose the ball out to the CC team. There's a whistle on the play, and let's see what's happening right here. So there's a player down for the Garvey Maceo team. It's the number 2 player. He's getting a bit of stretching being done there, so probably having a bit of cramps. And that's what's happening right here in this one. So we're looking at what's happening so far in this game. Some good playing in the first half by CC, creating a few chances. Not the best finishes in terms of their strikers. However, they finally snuck one in the late first part of in the first half, about in the 7th minute of adding on time. It was pretty much the last play of the first half when Malachi Douglas went for a dribble and was taken down in the box. He stepped up for the penalty and made no mistake. 1-0 in the first half, in extra time there. And then a moment ago, it was 1-1 when Clark, was brought down in the box and stepped up and scored the penalty. So 2 penalties being scored, expertly taken on both sides, and the score is locked at 1-1. So we're back to live action now. The ball is played forward by the Glenmuir, not the Glenmuir, but Garvey Maceo team, broken up by CC, and that's what we have going forward. So ball played through to the goalkeeper, and it's going to be Garvey Maceo who's going to build their attack from the back going forward. So shot taken by CC and well handled by the goalkeeper of the Garvey Maceo team. So we're in the 87th minute. So about 3 minutes of regular time left in this contest. And here comes CC, well broken up by Garvey Maceo, who pushes forward right now down the right hand side. Let's see if anything will come of this attack. Well tackled up by the CC players here, but still maintaining control of the ball is the number 11 from Garvey Maceo, losing the ball now as CC is building this one coming from the back. So that number 11 player was taken down in the box for the penalty for the Garvey Maceo team. Really skillful player and brought down, and was, that penalty got them back on level terms with CC in the 76th minute. I on my clock. So it's with CC once more in the middle of their half as they try to push forward here, trying to get another good attack going here, so that just to get that go-ahead goal. But broken up by the Garvey Maceo team as CC comes forward again with Malachi, but he is dispossessed by the Garvey Maceo team, and the ball is knocked out into touch by the Garvey Maceo team, and it's going to be a throw in for the CC team. So we're in the 89th minute of this contest, and it is still 1-1. So it's CC coming down the right hand side with an attack. Final moments of regular time in this one. Ball swung across the box, well cleared out by the Garvey Maceo team as the attack keeps coming here from the CC team. But Garvey Maceo isn't having any of this, and that's booted out. Last minute of regular time that we're doing here, and it is coming down to the wire right here, and seem like we might be headed into penalty shootout for this semifinal as well. So let's see what will happen for the remainder of this match. So it's CC going down the right hand side with their attack again, and they swings this one over to the left hand side. It's with the number 10 who gets into the box. Let's see if he'll get the cross in. Good cross comes in, and brilliant defending there by the Garvey Maceo team. That was a close call for them. CC still coming at them. CC has come a long way in the last few minutes, trying to get a few attacks going, and well charged down by the Garvey Maceo team though. And CC trying to push forward once more. CC going forward, losing to Garvey Maceo, got this one back. We have played 90 minutes now, so we have 4 minutes of added on time. So this could be the killer blow for any team who gets this goal at this last, in this last 4 minutes of this one. It's with CC in the Garvey Maceo half. Ball played through, but it's an easy take for the goalkeeper, who runs the clock down a little bit more as we have played just about a minute of added on time. 3 minutes more left in this contest. Will the CC team or the Garvey Maceo team pull something out of the hat in order to clinch this one in extra time? The first goal was scored in extra time, about 7 minutes on in extra time, when Malachi Williams was brought down in the box and he stepped up to score that penalty. And we are wary of what can happen in these few last minutes of these games. So what we need to do is just to keep our eyes glued on this one, or just keep on listening. You're not missing any action right now. There are a few players down seem to be having some cramps. The goalkeeper of the Garvey Maceo team, he's down, and they are just getting a little bit of attention to see what's happening here. Seems to be a hot day. There are lots of sweating going on, and these guys have really worked hard for this one. And we will see if the referee will play any extra time on this. You adding his discretion to this time and add some more because we have gone 2 minutes of the added time. We're not having any live action right now. And let's see what's happening here. There seem to be some substitutions that will be made for the Garvey Maceo team. Seems to be a double substitution, and there's a goalkeeper who is stretching here to come on. So I guess he's the specialist goalkeeper for substitution for penalty kicks rather. So let's see who's going to come off for the Garvey Maceo. So it's number 16 that goes off, and there comes on number 6 for Garvey Maceo. I think these guys are probably specialist penalty kickers. So Williams coming in for Garvey Maceo. He wears the number 6, and also a change in goalkeeper as well. So it's going to be Rodney coming in. So Rodney coming in for the CC team. So they're changing their goalkeeper. So Rodney coming in, and I'm thinking Rodney might be a specialist goalkeeper for penalties. So the camps are making all the changes, getting their specialist kickers and all coming in. So 17 off for the Garvey Maceo team. Well, 17 on. That's McLaughlin on and Donaldson off. So so lots of changes happening here in the latter part of this one. We finally get the action back on track with the CC not the CC, but the Garvey Maceo goalkeeper in charge of the ball right now. Let's see what he'll do. He boots this one way down in downfield, and it's going to be the CC players who will have this one heading over into the Garvey Maceo half, and not no one willing to hold onto the ball for any extended periods of time. No one taking, any form of chance at this stage. We have played 4 minutes of added on time, but I'm sure we'll play a few more seconds because of the stoppage that we had in the extra time here. There's a free kick for the CC team, and let's see, it's about halfway, it's not about the half line. They pump it right to the edge of the penalty box. And let's see if they'll get a shot off. Try to play this one in, not making use of that attack. And it goes tamely to the goalkeeper of the Garvey Maceo team. So we have played pretty much 5 minutes of added on time, and I think this one will be called off at any moment now. Garvey Maceo booting this one deep into the CC half, and they clear this one. And we have another free kick at about the half line mark for the CC team. I don't think we're going to be out there for much longer with this one because we have played about 5 minutes of added on time. And let's see what will happen here as CC starts this one. And the referee puts the whistle in his mouth and blows the whistle. And this one is ended at 1-1 in full time. And we're going to head into the dreaded penalties. So we want to know who will take this one home. The guys have given their all, just a little bit more that they will need now. It's down to the dreaded penalty to see who will go through to the finals. It is going to be the goalkeepers up against the specialist penalty kickers. And now my question is to you. Who do you think is going to take this one? Is Clarendon College going to make it through to another final, or will it be the year for Garvey Maceo. So, the two goals scored today were penalties. The first one was scored in the 40, it was scored in extra time in the first half. So the 7 minutes of added on time, that was when Malachi Douglas opened the scoring. He got the ball just outside the penalty box and he started walking through the defense, making some awesome dribbles. And the Garvey Maceo players did not want him to get a clear shot on target. He was taken down and he got the call. It was a penalty for him. He stepped up for that one, and he scored that one easily. And the next goal was scored from a penalty. It was the number 11 for Garvey Maceo, who was going down the right hand side, making some good moves down that side. And just as he was pretty much on the line of the 18-yard box, he was taken down, and the referee gave him the call for penalty. And I tell you, the number 10, Cleo Clark, stepped up and put away an awesome penalty as well. Good kicking by the guys. And it was 1-1. It has been 1-1 from that point coming to the end of full time. And we are going to go into the dreaded penalties. As soon as I get some update as it relates to the Glenmuir Dinthill match, I will share that one with you. But for now, we know that we are 1-1 here full time with Clarendon College versus Agave Maceo, and we are awaiting what will
So,
happen
Ruren, are you hearing me?
penalty. Yes, I'm hearing you perfectly
Hello,
clear.
guys. So, just to give you a quick update, so Glenmuir Dinthill, it is 0-0 at full time. So, I guess we're going to see penalties there, and as what we're seeing with CC and Garvey Maceo.
Agave Maceo,
Very
yeah,
exciting.
yeah, very exciting contest here. And it's going to come down to the nerves. Who's they going to be able to hold their nerves better in this penalty shootout? And I'm going to ask you, Natalie, if you're still here with me, do you still believe it's going to be who do you choose, a matter of fact, for this one?
Well, I'm going to keep, what I said first. So it's going to be I'm taking Glenmuir CC. Well, it shows
Let me
me, but let I
see.
just say this. Kudos to Garvey. And if Garvey goes through, I would be so happy as well because it shows that they did their homework. They were ready for CC, and that showed in how they played, this game.
For sure. So it's going to be Garvey Maceo kicking first, and it's the number 5 player who kicks and score. He goes to the left of the goalkeeper, perfectly taken free kick, and the number 5 player scores for the Garvey Maceo team. These guys are doing awesome with their penalty kicks. The goalkeeper stood no chance, no run up, no indication of which way he was going with that one. And he hit that back frame in that goal, with good pace. And that shows that the goalkeeper had no chance. So it's time for the hearts of steel or the nerves of steel now. Let's see if Clarendon College will keep this one level. It's no other than Malachi Douglas who steps up for the first penalty kick for the CC team. Let's see what he does with this one. He sends the keeper to the right and he shots the ball into the left side. Keeper sent the wrong way. Compose penalty kick, and it's 1-1. Who is going to do this one? Let's see. The dreaded penalties, beautifully executed penalty kicks from both teams. So Douglas scoring and number 5, number 3 steps forward for the Garvey Maceo team. Let's see what will happen with this one. It's all about maintaining your composure here. The goalkeepers are, exchanging a few words, trying to put off the kickers. Three strides back for number three of Garvey Maceo. And the goalkeeper is dancing on the line. Let's see what happens. And he scores. He goes down the middle. And a brilliant penalty, too. And here goes the second one. So it's 2-1 to Garvey Maceo. Composed kick by the number three there. Uh, Going down the middle, it was a bit close, but he did he did get it into the back of the net. Almost getting the legs on that was the goalkeeper, but almost doesn't count here as it's 2-1. It's number 13 stepping forward for CC to try to get this one back on level term. So, when someone misses the penalty, the person kicking next, the nerves will go, haywire. But let's see, these guys have been training lots. And let's see, three strides back for number 13 of CC. He's taking a bit more, a longer run up, trying to calm himself, I guess. Everyone's waiting on him. I'm wondering if he's going to. So he turns around, a long, long walk up to this one, about 10, 20, probably about 15 meters away. He walks, he approaches this one, straight approach. And let's see what he'll do with this one. He places it into the right hand corner, hitting that back frame again. Shows that he has been practicing lots. It's 2-2. Both teams doing excellent with these penalties. And I think we need some rep from the fans. Guys in the chat, please let me know who you're supporting. It's 2-2. It's still equal. It's still level terms here. Let's see which team will blunder as number 10 steps forward for the CCT, sorry, the Garvey Maceo team, rather. It's the captain, it seems. And let's see what will happen with this kick. Just represent for your team and let us know. Support goes a far way in these games. We are here, so we are settled here looking on this one. We didn't know it would come down to this. And let's see what will happen. Three strides back. He steps up. And brilliant save by the CC goalkeeper. He sends it to his left. He gets strike. And he knocks this one away. And it's advantage Clarendon College. Brilliant save by the custodian. This custodian wasn't in there for a long time. He was a specialist goalkeeper for penalties. He came into this game at about the 89th minute, a strategic substitution here. And let's see if CC will get the go-ahead goal as number 16 steps up to take the third penalty kick. So let's see what will happen with this one. About 4 strides back. He is approaching this one. Slow, calm approach. And he sends this one to the left of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was left flat-footed. And CC takes the lead. It is 3-2 to CC. Advantage CC. And this is going to be a pressure-free penalty kick for the Garvey Maceo team, as they have to score this one to just keep the nerves settled here, as number 6 strides forward from the camp to knock home his penalty kick. He has the ball in his hands now and he spots it. And I know the goalkeeper, the custodian for the CC team, he is in high spirits after saving the last penalty. He's making himself big. It's number 6. He seems to have selected his spot and he kicks and scores. He goes to the left this time and beautifully taken penalty kick, and it is back on level terms here. It is 3-3, but still the advantage is with the CC team as they're going to step up to take their 4th kick. Let's see who will come forward for this 4th kick. It's number 8 who strides forward for the CC team. And let's see what will happen with this one. These guys have worked hard. They've practiced lots. And it's come down to moments like these when the practice tells. You just have to trust your instincts as the goalkeeper and as a striker to where you're going. And let's see what will happen here. Number 8 is ready for his kick. He goes left as well. Beautifully taken, free penalty kick. The keeper gets right, but with the power of behind that shot, he wasn't even able to put a hand on it. And this means that CC has scored all 4 of their penalty kicks, and the fifth kick is coming for the Garvey Maceo team. Unfortunately, number 10 missed their third kick, and the goalkeeper actually got a hand onto that last kick that was made by the number 8 of CC. Well, it wasn't strong enough to keep this one out. And it's the number 11 who created that opportunity to get Garvey Maceo back into this game. He was brought down in the penalty box for the penalty that was scored by Clark. He steps up for his penalty. And he kicks it wide, and that's the game. He dragged this one left of the goal to the right of the goalkeeper. He didn't find the back of the net any at all, and it means that CC has made it through to the finals. They have gone through 4-3 on penalties, and CC has made it to another Dacosta Cup final. Not scoring 2 of their penalties was the Garvey Maceo team, and they lose out to CC on this one 4-3 on penalties. So this has been decided. Didn't want it to come down to this, I'm sure, with the coaches and the players are distraught on the Garvey Maceo side. They did not, they weren't able to get this one, get over the line with this one. But some strategic moves made there by the CC team, bringing in that goalkeeper for the penalties, and he made a brilliant save. And I'm not too sure what happened with the final kick, but it was dragged wide. Whether the goalkeeper was, intimidating, I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, the final score is CC 4 and Garvey Maceo 3 on penalties, and the CC train rolls on to the final, and I can see the elation on the team, the CC team. They are in total jubilation right now, and the Garvey Maceo team, I can tell you, they are pretty sad. But what's good to see, guys, is that the coach of the Garvey Maceo team was, embracing the number 11 player. They are really, supporting them. And no one wants to be in this position where you missed a penalty and your team didn't make it through. But I love the fact that the adults who are there, they're showing them some great support. And to take nothing away from Garvey Maceo, they had a good campaign. They represented themselves very well here, going down 1-0 to CC, and they show that fight and mettle to come back and come on level terms and to put up a good fight throughout this game. Unfortunately, when it comes down to penalties, these things tend to happen. Is the team that can hold their nerves best that normally takes home these penalties, and some good strategic moves by the coaching staff there of the Clarendon College team with the change in goalkeeper, and that brought the game back for them. So 2 misses by the Garvey Maceo team, and that means that the CC team moves on to the final match. Who will they play in the final? We are waiting to see if it's going to be Glenmuir or it's going to be Dinthill. They ended their game at 0-0, and they will go into penalty shootout. So this is what will happen: is that they will have penalties too, and find out what will happen with that one. If you're here with us, I'm kindly asking you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet. If you have subscribed, thank you for coming back. Please like this channel as well when you get that opportunity. And let us continue to build here. Just represent for your team right now as best as possible. It's CC who takes this one out 4-3. Garvey Maceo put up an awesome challenge, but it wasn't to be for them this year, and CC rose into yet another final. So they're going to have some chats with the players and the coaches, the man of the match and the coaches soon. So as soon as I get some information on that, then I will keep you guys. So just some more information for you. The man of the match is Malachi Williams, who created that opportunity for the first goal for CC and also slotting home from the penalty spot, scoring two penalties today as he did one in the penalty shootout and one in regular time. So he is the man of the match in this one. So great campaign for Malachi here, and he will come out in the final to do some more of his good work, I am sure. So good player, and has represented well for CC, scoring numerous times throughout this campaign, and it's good to see that he is going to go on to the final. So as soon as the coaches step up, I will give you a little insights and nuggets on what they have said, and just to see, you know, how things look going forward. As soon as we get some information on that Glenmuir game, then I will fill that in. So the coach of the Garvey Maceo team, he is all, for his boys. He's congratulating his guys, and also the Clarendon College team and Lenny Hyde. And it's all congratulations going on. He is really happy with the work that his boys have put in this year, and he's saying that no one expected them to get this far. But really good campaign for the Garvey Maceo team. So, guys, just some information. Glenmuir has won on penalties. I'm not sure how that went in terms of the penalty shootout, but Glenmuir won on penalties. Coach Lenny Hyde is saying that his guys have been practicing penalties from months ago. So these guys are really good at it, and he doesn't he knows that these guys would be able to do well, and he commends his goalkeeping coach for that strategic move of putting in the goalkeeper, that making that late goalkeeper change. And he's saying that that goalkeeper has been doing awesomely well in training, and that's the reason why they got him out. And he saved a goal to give them 1 foot into the final, and that's what happened when the both penalties were missed. If you guys are still with us here, I'm asking you to please give us a like on this video. Leave a comment with us representing your team or the coverage that you have received. Leave us a like as well so our channel can continue growing. And please join us again when we have, some more action coming in. We'll definitely do our best to cover the final of the Manning Cup and also the final of the Dacosta Cup. So we look forward to seeing you here again. But just to give you a recap on all that has happened today in this match, um, we had Malachi Douglas scoring in the 45 plus 7 minutes in extra time in the first half. Brilliant run by him, taken down in the box, and he got up to convert from the penalty spot, and that made it 1-0 to the CC team. It was a long wait until the 77th minute when the number 11 was dribbling down the right hand side for Garvey Maceo. Just as he entered into the box, he was brought down. The whistle was on that play, and he was awarded a penalty. The penalty was taken by Cleo Clark, who stepped up, and the number 10, Cleo Clark, and he confidently slotted that one home. And that's what got the game back on even Stevens. And that was in the 77th minute. Not much happened after that in the regular time, but what was significant was it about the 80. I think it was in probably possibly in added on time. The CC coaching staff made a change of goalkeepers, and that was reaped reward in the penalty shootout as the goalkeeper saved the third penalty from Cleo Clark, who scored earlier in the game, and the number 11 kicking that last penalty, dragging that one left to his left and to the right of the goalkeeper and to the right of the upright too, and missing that one. So CC missing two of their five penalties, while CC scoring all four. So that meant that the CC team progressed to the finals after playing out to a 1-all draw with for 1-all in the regular time. They move on 4-3 on penalties to go to the final with I am here in Glenmuir right now. I'm not sure of how that game ended. I think full time it was it was 0-all full time, and they also went into penalties. But I can't give you any more details right now. But if I get any in the next few minutes, then I'll definitely share that with you so that we can get abreast of what will happen for the Friday for the final that will be coming up soon. So it's going to be a Clarendon derby for the final of the Dacosta Cup. Natasha Lee predicted that you know that she wanted a Glenmuir CC final. I was supporting her on that, and that's what we have here. And what dominance have the Clarendon teams put on the Dacosta Cup for the last few years at least. Last year it was an all Clarendon final where CC played Central High, and this year it's going to be CC again with the the Glenmuir team. What's your call on that final? Do you have a pick for the final? No, we have to give special commendations to the CC, to not the CC, but the Dinthill team and the Garvey Maceo team, because at the beginning of the tournament, no one would be expecting them to get that far, and they have put in some really good work and have made it to the semifinal. So we have to commend them on their effort. Remember, they are young guys coming through here, and they have done their schools and themselves are pretty pretty proud. So hopefully these guys will continue to excel in their quest and in their journey of soccer, playing soccer, football, as we would say, and hopefully good things will come their way. So if you're just joining us, we are at the end of this one. We are going to go off soon. So just to fill you in with this one, it was 1-1 at the end of full time. It was Malachi Douglas who scored 7 minutes in added on time in the first half to give CC the lead in this game. This was cancelled out by Cleo Clark in the 77th minute when he scored from the penalty spot as well. So both goals in the regular time was scored from the penalty spot. Two perfectly taken penalties. Malachi Douglas clinical finish and Cleo Clark also finishing off his goal clinically as well in the 77th minute. And at the end of full time, it was 1-1 between these two teams, and that meant that we headed straight into penalty shootout. And in penalties, we we had CC going ahead or going forward to the final because they clinched this penalty shootout 4-3 with number 7 Malachi Douglas 13 and number 16, number 8 all finding the back of the net for the Garvey Maceo team. The number 5, the number 3, they scored the first two penalties. And Cleo Clark stepping up for his penalty, that was saved brilliantly by the goalkeeper of the CC team. Number 6 also scored the fourth penalty, and the number 11, he dragged his penalty wide and missed as well. So they scored 3 of their 5 penalties. CC scored only 4 because they had only 4 kicks, all 4 of their kicks, and that meant that CC progressed to the final. I'm not sure if Natasha is here with me and could find some and have any updates as it relates to the Glenmuir Dinthill match. I heard that the Glenmuir team has progressed to the final, but I'm not sure how that went as it related to the penalty shootout as that game ended 0-0 at full time. So, as if there's anyone who has any update on that, we'll take that for now and hold on to it tentatively until we can get some confirmation on on that one. Let me know in the chat if you enjoyed the coverage and the team that you're representing. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'm kindly asking you to subscribe to this channel so that we can continue to grow. And if you have subscribed, thank you for the support. Please continue to like and share this platform so we're able to cover things like this so that we are able to keep you abreast of what is happening in the world of sports and education. So I'm asking you guys to just give me some support, give us some support on this channel, and as we continue to grow in this regard. Please remember this channel is a safe space where you're able to communicate, share your views, and we can have positive discussions on issues that um, affect us daily. So want to say special commendations to the teams. Just a little bit more information that I didn't share just now. That the man of the match or the player of the match was Malachi Douglas. He scored two penalties today, and he had some good impact on this game. So he was the man of the match. The coach of the Garvey Maceo team, very, he was very positive in his in defeat. He really took the defeat really well, and he commended the CC team. And he alluded to the fact that they strategized and shut down the CC team as best as possible. But the CC team was just too good on the day, and he wished them all the best for the finals, and also commended his players who have fought really well throughout this season. So that's what was said by the coach there of Garvey Maceo. And Lenny Hyde was pretty confident in his guys. He commended his goalkeeping coach for advising him to make that change of goalkeeper late in the game so that they could get their goalkeeper who has been saving lots of penalties in training on the park. And that proved fruitful as he was able to keep out two of the penalties and help to send his team through to the final. So Lenny Hyde was pretty, he acknowledged the support staff that was around him and how they worked as a team to strategize and get this, this much needed win to go into the the final. I'm still not getting any updates as it relates to the Glenmuir game. As I told you before, I heard that Glenmuir has advanced to the final, and I know that ended one. They ended nil all rather. I keep saying 1-1. They ended nil all at the end of full time, and they apparently won on penalties. So let's see if anyone has anything that they want to share in the chat as it relates to that one. And we can hold on to that information tentatively until we can get some confirmation of what happened in that game. So if you haven't liked yet, I'm going to ask you to live. We're going to go offline in the next 2 minutes. So if you have any message that you want to send to your team, or if you just want to say something, this is your last few minutes to say this. We want to say special thanks to you as I wait on anything popping up in the chat. Special thanks to you for your support throughout this coverage, and we look forward seeing you guys again in the future to join us on this spot so that we are able to share this space and share a space where we can support our footballers and our special teams as they go on quests for numerous titles. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm not seeing any new messages coming in to the chat. So it's one CC for this game. I must say special big up to Japi Sports Talk. He says big up to the family. Of course, we love this family. This is a special family, and if you're not a part of this family, you should definitely consider being here with us as we build and continue to go forward. So again, I'm going to say special thanks to you. Thank you for joining us for this coverage. I'll just go through the main the information before I go as it relates to what happened in this Clarendon College Garvey Maceo match. So Malachi Douglas. So Malachi Douglas scored in the 45 plus 7 minutes. So 7 minutes of added on time. The 7th minute of added on time in the first half was when Malachi Douglas opened the score for this game. And it was not until the 77th minute that Cleo Clark pulled in an equalizer for the Garvey Maceo team. The rest of the time petered out pretty evenly as teams, put up offensive play against each other, but wasn't able to get that last minute winner, and the game went into penalties, which CC won 4-3 in penalties. So just a little bit more details as it relates to the penalties. The first one was kicked by Malachi Douglas, who scored for CC. I'm giving you the CC kickers. In fact, the penalty kick was started by the Garvey Maceo team. They had the first kick, so number 5 kicked their first penalty and scored. That was responded to by Malachi Douglas, who scored the first one for CC. The number 3 stepped forward for the Garvey Maceo team, and he scored as well. And then the number 13 for the CC team stepped forward. He scored as well. So it was 2-2 after 2 kicks for both teams. And this is where the change happened, where Cleo Clark was called upon to take the third penalty for the Garvey Maceo team. And he kicked that penalty, and that was a brilliant save by the custodian of the CC team. And that's where the CC team got an advantage as number 16 stepped up and he scored the third one for CC. The fourth penalty
Hello,
was kicked by
Rurian.
number 6. Hello, Natasha. They're just going through the game and giving them a little detail as it relates to the penalty shootout. Um, so let me just finish this off, and then I'll allow you to take over. So number 6 scored for Garvey Maceo to get the goals back on level terms, and then excuse me, number 8 stepped up for CC to score their fourth penalty, and that means they led 4-3 on penalties. Number 11 stepped forward for Garvey Maceo. He dragged his kick wide, and that meant CC won 4-3 on penalties. Natasha Lee.
Are you hearing me? So that's wonderful. I'm trying to. Did you get some updates from Glenmuir? Is
I
it
know that
Dinthill going
Glenmuir,
through?
I know that it's Glenmuir that is through to the final, but I haven't received any information as it relates to how the penalties went.
Is it Glenmuir or Dinthill going through?
I heard Glenmuir.
Okay, so all right, I'm just going to check on that and I'll get back to you.
No problem. So that's how the penalties went. But key moments in the game was late in the game when the CC coaching staff decided that they wanted their specialist goalkeeper on the park to keep for the penalty shootout, and that was a critical move as he saved a penalty that was coming from Cleo Clark, who took an expert one earlier in the day, and that's what swung the game in CC's favor.
Okay, Ruren. So yes, Glenmuir is true. So they won 4-2 on penalties. So Glenmuir did that, and I guess I got it right.
Yes, I was just mentioning earlier that you predicted that it was going to be well, you wanted a Glenmuir CC final, and that's what we will have when this final comes up. And we'll definitely try to give coverage of this, and that's going to be a really interesting, interesting game. So I don't know if you want to start making your prediction because I know this is a tough one for you. I don't know if you're going to go with color red or you're going to stick with the true blue. So it's good to have you in that
For
sort of
me, it's going
position.
to be
Yes.
color red for sure. Color red.
Okay, so it's color red for Natasha Lee. So just to balance things out, I'll have to go through blue. So what
Come
is your
on.
team? No, what team will you support? I don't want us to we're
I
balancing
don't
the
know
vote.
if you did some shout outs in the chat there, Ruren, but Matt Noy, Anne Marie Brown, Frank Boss, Ilary, Nanko, KJ, Manny, and Japi. Welcome, Japi. Welcome.
I didn't do any shout out, so thank you for that. I saw Japi's comment and he bigged up the family and I responded to him. So guys, if you're here with us, welcome and we are so happy to have you. Sorry for not giving you your shout out. If you want a shout out, put a message in the chat and we'll definitely give you a shout out. You could drop your team that you're supporting too, regardless of if they won today or not, and who you want to see get taking home the title this year.
For sure, Ruren, it's going to be an all Clarendon final. And I would hope that, the different clubs, the Reggae Boys, the national squad is looking at this because trust me, these guys, they're very talented and, they have worked, long this season, all the teams. So I just want to congratulate all the teams, in the Dacosta Cup. And for sure, guys, please stay tuned. Remember to hit the like button, the subscription button, and also we'll see Glenmuir and CC in the semifinals of the Champions League. So CC goes up against Idel, and Glenmuir will be going up against Kingston College. So will we see a repeat of this the Costa Cup final, or with are the Champions Cups final perhaps coming before the D Cup? But what will we see there? So perhaps we'll see
I
Glenmuir
think so.
CC there in the final for the Champions Cup as well. So that would definitely be a good look for us as a parish. So, I'm a country girl, I'm a Glenmuir girl, so color red all the way. And Herbert Stewart is saying, blessed evening, Clarendon will win the triple championship this year. Original Clarendon College one done, all right. And
All right,
Rita,
Herbert.
and Rita is saying I can't vote because my daughter went to True Blue and now my granddaughter is color red. Can I tell you, Enrita, I know the spot that you're in, Rita. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Back to you, Ruren.
Yeah, Henry, you need to choose, man. You have to select one. You can't be on the fence. Nice guys that you are commenting. Nice to show your support. That's awesome. Things are like that sometimes when we are split down the middle with the teams that we are supporting. But what we really want, is that we have a good game when this game is played, and that everyone is able to enjoy their game going forward, and that we'll have some good football being played. One Chris is saying hello everyone. Welcome one Chris. It's good to have you
And
here. Uh,
Ruren, I just want to just add a little bit. I'm
no problem.
extremely happy for Glenmuir. Last season, they lost their first match and they were booted out of the competition, their first loss. So for me, this is something good for them. In the context of CC, though, I was rather surprised how Garvey handled them. This is perhaps their, I guess, somewhat worse game in terms of a challenge. They were really challenged here today, and salute to the Cubans, of course, salute to the Cubans. They did very well, and they have a very
Yeah.
good coach as well in the form
And
of an Aaron Gordon. So salute to
as
them.
you Yeah, as you mentioned, Mr. Gordon, too, let me give you this information. He told us in the post-match presentation, he was saying that they did their homework on the CC team, and that's probably why the game went the way it did. He said we did our homework, but what I loved about the coach, Mr. Gordon there. he said that we did our homework, but that CC team, there are so many good players, and we tried to shut them down as best as possible, but they were just better on the day. And he commended the CC players and the coach and wished them all the best in the finals. And he also, gave kudos up to his team for their performance, and said that many persons didn't expect them to get this far. And I love the way he deals with the boys in his camp, and the fact that he acknowledges and loves the work that they put in, and acknowledges it. Um, One critical thing in the when the game ended and the number 11 player dragged his penalty wide to seal that game for CC, I could see the coach hugging the player to show that it's not the end of the world. These things do happen, and it's good to see that Mr. Gordon, is a coach like that who has utmost respect for his players and cares about their well being.
Yeah, absolutely. I know him. He's a colored past student, a Glenmuir past student. So I know him, and really good to see that too, because there's this human element sometimes that we miss, in the sense that they have to be tough, and it's a lot that they put in. And for me, it's never just physical, it's also mental as well. And on that context, in terms of, the game, I was mentioning earlier that what this game is going to come back down to is intelligent football. And when you look at how these teams are playing, yes, you'll have the skills, but also it's going to go beyond that in terms of the technicalities. You might need to apply that, and and that was important for Garvey to do in terms of doing their homework, and obviously they did that very well, because they were able to keep CC like on the low. So that's one, when I'm talking about intelligent football, that's a part of it. How is it that you're going to perhaps keep a Malachi Douglas out, or a Dixon? Like, we didn't hear much of Dixon in this one. And so for me, that's where the intelligence comes in terms of, looking at the ball, the game at another level, not just the physical aspect. And that kudos to Garvey Maceo in terms of doing that. And I'm not sure at this point if it was a case where CC underestimated them, given how things were going in the season. So I'm throwing that back to you. What are your views on that?
Okay, Natasha Lee, so you're throwing that one at me, and I'll take that, and I will say no. I don't think they underestimated them any at all. I think it was a strategic move by the Garvey Maceo team. They found a plan to shut down a few players. As you mentioned, Jackson wasn't in the game much, because I think that they strategized very well and got him out of the game. But I think it was just the class of Malachi Douglas that created that opportunity for that first goal, and it wasn't much, and that's what good players, as you would say, intelligent players and teams do. The little opportunities that they get, they make the most of it and pounce on other teams. So I think that it wasn't a case that they were taking them lightly any at all. The fact that they made it to the top four means that they're a good team, and they should be taken seriously.
For sure, for sure. Herbert, hello to you. Herbert is tuned in from Trinidad. So hello to all the persons tuned in from Trinidad. Guys, you can drop in the chat and let us know where you're tuned in from. And let us do a bit better with the likes. We can do better with that, right, Ruren? And let us know, what are your predictions for the final? Who is
For
going to win,
sure.
Glenmuir or CC? Let us know in the live chat as well. Back to you,
Well,
Ruren.
one thing for sure is that the cup is heading back to Clarendon. Like the same point last year, we knew the same thing, that the cup is heading back to Clarendon.
For
And
sure.
it's well, last year and this year it has been a Clarendon derby for the final. Central CC last year. This year it's going to be CC Glenmuir. So lots of credit must be given to the Clarendon teams, and we have a Clarendon team that was knocked out here in the semifinals as well. So the Clarendon teams are doing pretty well in the Dacosta Cup,
For sure.
and
I feel like Clarendon rules the cup.
seems that way for sure.
Donovan, welcome. Donovan Thompson, welcome, Donovan. Are we related? So Donovan is saying CC is going to take the final. Who else would like to
Uh,
share in the chat?
well, I am building up my little team. I hope you're seeing that my team is building. Not actually. Herbert is saying CC. Donovan is saying CC. Anybody saying Glenmuir? All right. I guess Natasha is saying Glenmuir. So let's see if she'll get any company on her side. But I'm definitely building my team over here with the CC guys. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm going to ask you to subscribe. And if you haven't liked this video yet, please give us a like before you go. If you're going, if you're still here, we'd love to hear what you think of the game so far. Do you think that the final is going to be something that that is going to be an interesting spectacle? I'm seeing Latoya saying that she is on the Glenmuir team, so it seems like the guys are on the CC team, and the girls are on the Glenmuir team. Let's see if that trend continues. Thank you for sharing, Latoya, and we
Go
can't wait for
Colorado.
that fight. Can't wait for that one to happen so we can settle this score once and for all.
So, Rurian, one thing though, I was trying to understand why at one point we were given the update that Glenmuir was leading Dinthill 1-0, but apparently that wasn't the case. So, we'll definitely I guess check that out further to see if there's any further updates on that. But at one point we were told that, and then, it turned out not to be the case. So they went to penalties. And Enrita is saying, I think it's CC, but please don't tell my granddaughter. Rita, Sister Rita, Mommy Rita, Mumsel.
One team
It's
was there, one team.
it's colored. I'm gonna tell your granddaughter because I say Glenmuir. I'm gonna tell your granddaughter. All right, everyone. So we're circling for final comments. So just to see some final comments there. The circling for final comments.
While we're waiting on comments, Natasha, I'm not sure if you heard Malachi Douglas was named man of the match. He scored two penalties. So he was awarded man of the match. Lenny Hyde too spoke about his team and said that the guys have been kicking penalties from about 4 months ago. So these guys are well seasoned in kicking penalties. So the practice that these guys have put in is coming to the fore, and usually it comes during this time of the season when the competition is close to the end and the better teams seem to rise. So that's what happened. That's what happened as Lenny Hyde was sharing after the game. But he also, what I loved about what he did as well, he commended his goalkeeping coach, because he said his goalkeeping coach said to him, "Coach, let us get in our goalkeeper that we have been training in the camp." So he said that that goalkeeper saved lots of penalties during practice. So they felt that the goalkeeping coach felt that it was this moment for him to get in the game, and he supported that move, and he came up with a big save to deny Cleo Clark the third goal, and also caused the number 11 player to miss his penalty as well. So kudos to the Lenny Hyde team, and the whole coaching staff and all the players that was out there on the.
So, Rurian, could you answer Marco? So, Marco, what is 4-3? Was it 4-3 on penalty for CC, right?
Yes, so it's 4-3 CC on penalties. Yes, so that's it. So if you want a little bit more detail, Mark, I can give you that. So I don't have all the names of the players who kicked, but I can share their numbers, right? So for the penalty shootout, it was Garvey Maceo that had the first kick. So their number 5 stepped up and scored. And then Malachi Douglas stepped up for CC, scored his first one. And then the second kick for Garvey Maceo was by the number 3. He scored as well, and the 13 stepped up for the CC team and he scored. So after 2 rounds, we had both teams locked at 2-all on penalties. But this is where the penalty shoot started changing when number 10, that's Cleo Clark from Garvey Maceo, he stepped up and was his penalty kick was denied by the goalkeeper. Brilliant save. So that's when they missed their first penalty kick. Then it went back to CC. Number 16 stepped up and scored the third one. So it was 3-2 in favor of CC. So CC had the advantage. So when number 6 stepped up for the fourth penalty kick, it meant that he had to score to keep the game alive for the Garvey Maceo team, and he did just that. He scored that fourth penalty. And it was back to CC again. Number 8 stepped forward and he scored the fourth penalty kick for the CC team. So in order for Garvey Garvey Maceo to keep it alive, they had to score the fifth penalty, and number 11 stepped up. But what happened was he went to the right of the goalkeeper, but he dragged it a bit wide and it beat the upright as well. So he missed the goal entirely. And that's what happened. So CC missing Garvey Maceo rather missing the third and the fifth penalty kicks, while CC scoring all 4 that they kicked, and they won 4-3 on penalties. You're most welcome, Marco, for the update. No problem. If there's any other information that you think that we might have here, we'll be happy to share that with you as well. Natasha, are you still here with me?
I am here. I am here, guys. So I'm on the go, as you might be recognizing right now, but I'm still trying to keep up with all that is happening. And just to let you know that we'll be here for the Dacosta Cup final, and we'll be here for the Champions Cup as well, Manning Cup. And Ruben, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Manning Cup because as it relates to Idel and Casey, they went for, penalties too. Do you see any similarities between, what happened there and today?
Well, two good games. When it comes down to this, this part of the competition, when it comes down to the end or close to that part where the winners or the champions will, are or should I say the better teams tend to come to the fore, then it is much harder for the teams to score. And what happens is that it goes to the dreaded penalties. And, sometimes the penalty is almost like lottery, but these guys have been doing really well with their practice. And I think both games were similar in the sense that they played hard and they didn't give up even when they got, when they were down. And that's why, we're here covering these games and enjoying them so much because they're top class players, competing against each other. So, we will continue to support these guys because, it takes a lot of work for them to do what they are doing and what they did so far. So it's good that we have fans that are here who are able to, rally around them and to show appreciation for all that they have done. And, for anyone out there who knows any one of these players, you know, win, lose, or draw, we need to commend them for the hard work that they have done. They might not take home the title this year, but, you know, they have put in lots of energy into what they have done. And we would just love for you to show them some appreciation and love so that they will continue to ply their trade as soccer players and be able to represent their schools and their families and most of all themselves pretty pretty well. So just to give you another overview of what happened, full time in this game, Clarendon College versus Garvey Maceo, it was 1-1. Um, Malachi Douglas scoring in the 45 plus 7 minutes in extra time, 7 minutes of extra time to give them a 1-0 lead. And he got the ball just outside the 18-yard box and he started walking through the defenders, really good dribbling skills. He was taken down just inside the box and he got up to score that first goal, the 7th minute of added on time. And it wasn't until the 77th minute when the number 11 from the Garvey Maceo team went on a run down the right hand side of the park. And just as he was in the box, he was taken down and he earned a penalty for the Garvey Maceo team. And Cleo Clark, the number 10, stepped up and, clinically slotted that one home to give the Garvey Maceo team the equalizer. So that was the two goals that were scored in regular time. The teams had some good exchanges for the few minutes that were left in regular time, and they weren't able to score. What happened next was late in the game, there was an important change that was made by the CC team. They felt that they needed their export goalkeeper to take charge of the penalties, and they got him in um, late in the game. And that proved fruitful as he was able to deny two of the Garvey Maceo players from scoring, while all of his teammates scored their goals in the penalty shootout to give the CC team a 4-3 win on penalties. So that's what pretty much happened throughout today. We were just joined, Natasha is still here with us. So we were also talking about the fact that it's definitely going to be a Clarendon derby again in the final. This one was the Clarendon derby because it was um, Garvey Maceo versus Clarendon College. So it's going to be a Clarendon derby again in the final as Glenmuir has made it through to the final. So it's going to be Glenmuir versus CC that will be in the final. Glenmuir winning their match. 4-2 on penalties. I was just informed a few minutes ago. So they played out to a 0-0 draw in full time, and it was down to the penalties, and Glenmuir clinched that one 4-2. So Dinthill must be commended on the way that they played this year as well. So some good performances coming through here from all the teams, and these four teams were crowned were qualified for the semifinals, and they represented themselves pretty well. So we're all set for the final, and we hope that the final will be a pretty good one. Where I'm not sure exactly when the final will be played, but if you are a member of this community, I'm please asking you to just subscribe, like this video, like this live, and please turn your notification bell on so that we are able to connect in that regard as it relates to when the games are going to be played and when we will be on to cover the game. In the future, I'm sure we'll be able to connect with you via phone too, so that you can share any insights you have on as it relates to any of the teams that you are representing, and so that we can get a better understanding of their quest. Let me go back to the chat. Welcome, Kevin Kelly. Well said. Also, Cubans next year, Afui. All right, no problem. Yeah. Well, the good thing is that the Cubans did so well this year. So if they can keep the core of their team together, then I am seeing that they can, challenge for the title next year. So I'm with you on that one, Kelly. The Cubans have found a good formula, and they just need to keep on, going with that. There wasn't much difference between the teams today, as you can see. It went down to penalties, and they kept. I think they kept CC in check really well. So I am thinking to myself that if they can keep that core of players together, that coaching staff as well together, and just create that culture, then they should, be challenging again next year for the title. So, pick up for your comment there, Kelly. So that's what we have here for this one. Let me check in with Natasha Lee to see if she is still here with us. Natasha Lee, are you still here checking at any point in time? If you have any other comments, so Kelly is also saying everybody yeah. Well, as I said, we do this one year by year, right? And you CC did not do that to your team at all. Your team represented themselves really, really well. It is not easy coming from 1-0 down to equalize and represent yourself so ably well. So I must say, I think that's a good team there that Mr. Gordon has put together for that Garvey Maceo team there. And I want you to continue to be such a good supporter for that team, so that they know that they have that support going, going into the games. So thank you so much for commenting. Anybody else want to drop a few lines? We'll recognize you as we're coming toward the end of this coverage here.
How is it going, Rurian?
We're still here. A few people are still here. We just heard from Kelly showing some love to Garvey Maceo, and we're still a few persons here still sharing in the chat, and we're having some conversations and looking ahead to next year and also to the finals.
Awesome, awesome. So I'll check in with you in another about 6 to 10 minutes or so.
Okay, no problem. Do you want us to
You
keep
can keep it
going?
going. Yeah, you can keep it
All
going.
right, no problem. All right, so we're gonna see what can happen. We're gonna hang here for a few more minutes and see what can happen. We we love where the football competition in Jamaica is currently going, where there are some teams that we would not normally expect to see, being in the latter part of these competitions. For example, last year, Central High had a stellar run and made it through to the finals last year. A team that no one would ever predict would be the number two team in the Dacosta Cup last year. And this year we have seen quite a few teams that have gotten some made some good strides, some in this competition. And we're saying that, you know, you just need that belief in your camp, that support. You need that holistic support from the players to have big hearts and willing to go out there and do their best, and also to have coaches and that are there who cares about them, and you have good programs. As Lenny Hyde said earlier today, and I'll go back to that comment. He said that his boys have been practicing penalty kicks like 4 months ago, and what beats practice? That once you practice it, it becomes a part of your muscle memory. So these guys are really good at taking these these kicks. So they don't really worry when it gets down into areas like this. There are times when you might not be able to score, or you might miss, but it should be a lack of practice that you weren't able to execute. So we just want to encourage these guys to keep working and ply their trade, and you don't know what will be coming off this sort of thing. It could be a case where this is their livelihood later on in life in terms of being a professional soccer player. So we just need to keep on supporting these guys as they keep on, playing for their school and representing for themselves and their families. So just to get back into the facts of what is happening here, I'll just give you another run through. I realize a few persons have come in just now, so just to get you up to date, we have the finalists well established for the Dacosta Cup. It's going to be Glenmuir versus CC in the finals. And we had covered the CC Garvey Maceo game, which ended 1-1 after full time and 4-3 to CC on penalties. So that's what happened as it relates to this game. So Malachi Williams scored 7 minutes in on added on time on the first half. He scored from the penalty spot. He got that ball just outside the penalty box, and he started some awesome dribbling going toward goal. And just as he got into the box, he was brought down, and the referee pointed to the spot. So it was Malachi Douglas who got up. That's the seven player for number seven player for CC. He got up, got to the spot. He was pretty composed, and he slotted home that penalty. And that was what ended the first half. The first half, CC created quite a few of opportunities, didn't get a chance to finish. Some excellent defending from the Garvey Maceo team, and they kept them out until that last play, pretty much of the first half, when Malachi Douglas slotted home that penalty. So we progressed into the second half. It was a little bit scratchy at first, but the Garvey Maceo team started putting some passes together, and it was the number 11 player who was going down the right hand side with an attack, and he was brought down just as, I would say, on the line pretty much of the 18-yard box, and the referee pointed to the spot. Excuse me. And it was Cleo Clark, the number 10 player, who who stepped up, and he too expertly dispatched that penalty. The keeper stood no chance, and that what meant that the game was at 1-1 in the 77th minute when Cleo Clark scored that penalty kick, and the game pretty much petered out. We could see CC trying desperately to clinch that win, wasn't able to, and the game went right out to the full time, and the game was locked at 1-1. So we knew it was time for the dreaded penalties. But as I said earlier, and I repeat, the CC coach and staff made a brilliant change just a bit before the final whistle was blown. They got their specialist goalkeeper into the game. He was the one who saved a lot of goals in training, according to the coach. And the goalkeeping coach mentioned to Lenny Hyde that we want this guy in for the last few minutes and to keep for the penalty shootout. And that was an awesome move, as it turned out, because he was able to save the third penalty for that was kicked by the Garvey Maceo team. But I will give you some more information as it relates to the penalty shootout. Um, the penalties were it was Garvey Maceo that kicked first. So it's the number 5 player from the Garvey Maceo team that stepped up first, and he put away his penalty kick with some ease. I must pause here to say that these youngsters have been kicking some good penalties, and it shows that they have been, practicing a lot, and they have, mastered the craft of kicking, penalties. So he stepped up. He got the Garvey Maceo's team off to a good start, and that was matched by Malachi Douglas, who scored his penalty. He's the number 7 for CC, one that has put in a lot of work and has also, scored numerous goals for his team. So he brought things back on level terms. And then it was the number 3 from Garvey Maceo that stepped up. He stepped up and put away his penalty as well, giving them a 2-1 lead on penalties. However, that was balanced out when number 13, he stepped up and he equalized, or he scored the second penalty for CC. So after 2 penalties, both teams were 2-all on penalties. But then here where things all started to go downhill for Garvey Maceo. And it was number 10. It's the number 10 Cleo Clark that stepped up and scored the equalizing goal in the regular time. Cleo Clark was given the opportunity to take this third penalty. He stepped up, he kicked, and it was a brilliant save by the keeper, who dived to his left to deny him. And it was that interesting move that the CC coaching staff made that kept them, that gave them this breathing space as that goal was missed. And that meant more pressure on the Garvey Maceo team. But to add to the mystery of the Garvey Maceo team, when number 16 for CC stepped up for the third penalty, it was also expertly taken, and they were ahead now 3-2 on penalties. So that gave, a lot of pressure on the Garvey Maceo camp. And the number 6 for Garvey Maceo, he stepped up, and he, under immense pressure, scored that goal to get things back on track. So it was all level at 3-all when number 6 stepped up and kicked the fourth penalty for the Garvey Maceo team. But that parity was, lost soon as number 8 for CC stepped up and scored the fourth penalty for the CC team. So after 4 kicks for both teams, CC led 4-3 on penalties. The last kick for the Garvey Maceo team was made by the number 11. He stepped up for his kick and decided that he was going to the right of the goalkeeper. He got a good part of the ball, powerful shot, but he dragged the ball wide off the upright, so to the right of the goalkeeper and right of the upright. He didn't find the target any at all, missing that goal. Hence, it meant that CC didn't need to kick their fifth and final penalty kick because they had already won 4-3 on on penalties. So that's where that game ended. CC winning 4-3 on penalties after they played to a 1-all draw. They played to 1-all with the Cubans, Garvey Maceo, after full time. And just a little bit of information too on the other semi-final action between Glenmuir High and Dinthill Technical. That one they played the full match. They played right out, and what happened was that the the match after full time they were at nil all just the same, and it took penalties to separate these two teams, and it was Glenmuir High who came away as victors. They scored four penalties to the two that was scored by Dinthill Technical High School, and it means that we will have a Clarendon derby in the final of the Dacosta Cup. So that's what we are currently having now. So we're looking forward to that final to see who will be crowned champions this year. CC was the one who lifted the trophy last year, and we're wondering if they can make it, for the trophy this year. Again, that's something that we will have to await. But good game by both teams. The Clarendon College team did pretty well. Garvey Maceo team did pretty well. However, we only can have one winner, and that's why we go to penalties. And Clarendon College was the team that emerged as winners. So just to give you a little bit of information about the post-match presentation as well, Malachi Douglas was named man of the match. He scored a penalty in the regular time and also a penalty in the shootout, and he was named player man of the match. So he has been having a good tournament so far, and he continues to do well in leading the attack for the CC the CC team. The coach Gordon was really, he commended his players, his team for all the hard work that they put in, and said that many persons wouldn't have given them a chance as it related to them, getting this far in the competition. But that was what was good for them, and he also mentioned that they strategized really really well, so in order to try to negate the advances of the CC team. But he conceded that there were just too many good players on that CC team, and they weren't able to shut them down, so to speak. Also, the coach Lenny Hyde, he spoke about his team as well, and the tactical moves that they made in this game. He said that his boys were practicing for a long time, in terms of kicking penalties. So he wasn't worried about that aspect of it, and he was really confident in that. He said that his goalkeeping coach came to him and suggested that they, get in their specialist goalkeeper into this game because he has been doing really well in training, and this game, was heading toward penalty shootout, and he agreed. And that was a tactical move that paid dividend, as this goalkeeper was able to save the third and the fifth goal, penalty kick for that Garvey Maceo had. And I might add to this that, the third kick that he saved from the number 10, Theo Clark took the penalty in regular time and scored. So he must be one of those top players who is trusted with with penalty kicks. And to deny him was a great feat. So that's what pretty much happened in that one. And we will continue to give you information as it relates to that as we go on. So we're seeing a few persons saying hello in the chat. We want to say hi to Trivet Pessoa. Hopefully I'm getting that name right. So that's pretty much what we have from this one. The final is coming up, and we are going to ask for your support once more. So if you're here or you're just joining us, we're going to ask you to please like, subscribe, and share this channel with your contacts, with your friends, with your family, so that we can continue to grow as a channel. We'll try our best to to cover the games as they come, and we want you to be a part of that. So I'm kindly asking that you turn on you tap on that post notification bell and select all, so that we're able to connect in that regard as as well. So you know exactly when we go live, so that you're able to share this safe space with us. Natasha, I'm not sure if you're here with me now. And
I
if you have
am. It's Toya
any,
Key. I am here, just that the Cubans aren't. Hello, guys, and thanks, Ruren, for taking us through these updates for sure. And for those of you in the chat, I am just going to I'm just going to open the line. Here we go. I'm just going to open the line. So if you'd like to call in, we can take a few short calls. So if you'd like to call in, now is the time for you to call. You can call the WhatsApp number that is on screen. Would love to hear from you. All right. And we can do, better with hitting that like button, guys. Hit that like button and also the subscription button. So Keville, Travis, did you hit that subscription button? Marco, if you're still here, guys, let's just hit the subscription button. And as Ruren mentioned, we'll be here to take you through updates for the games as they come. All right, so I guess, Ruren, based on what we have seen here from our side in the context of the chat, we had, more persons saying CC is going to take the final. And so again, would love to hear from you. Even if you just want to call and say hi, hello, would appreciate that too. So the line is open, so we'll just stay to see if we get a couple of calls. And so this is just giving you the opportunity to share your voice, not just in the chat, but also, on here in terms of, on YouTube here. And so you'll get that opportunity. If you're calling in, please remember to mute your feed, or, just turn the volume all the way down, so that that does not, interfere with the call. So again, just waiting to see if we get, a caller or two. That would be awesome, or, few short calls. So just waiting for that. So welcome to, if this is your first time here, Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way, to ensure that, we're maintaining this safe space where everyone feels, welcome, where you feel valued, you feel a sense of belonging. So that's what we're about in this context. So we share, regardless of having different perspectives, but in a respectful way. So I'm not seeing any calls coming in right now, Rurian. So I guess we're going to call this one for this live here. And again, it's Glenmuir and Clarendon College. So Glenmuir High and Clarendon College, they will be in the final. Who will win? Your guess is as good as mine. And so we will see that on December 9, I believe, is the date. And we will see that on December 9. All right, so for sure, we will see that on December 9, I believe, will be the Dacosta Cup final. And I believe on December 8th, we will have the Manning Cup final. Any final words from you, Rurian?
Well, just want to say thanks to all the people who have come over and supported us. We look forward working with you again and continue to support the team that you're supporting. And God bless you in all your endeavors.
Wonderful. And so blessings and love, everyone. And remember, in life, sometimes we win some, sometimes we lose some. And so, that's just, I like to end on a life lesson, and that's going to be the quick one for today. It doesn't mean that because we lose today, we cannot win tomorrow. And so just take that with you, and remember to take care of yourself, exercise self-care, blessings and love, everyone. I'll just go to the end of my slide here. See you in the next live. Bye for now.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can listen to the different voices in education. Stay tuned.